Flipping cheap cars from Facebook until I can afford my dream car. From these cars came out in 2020, I've always had a goal to own one. And now it's time to make that dream come true. So let's go on Facebook Marketplace and try find the first car to flip. So I'm starting with a budget of £2,000. And after looking at Marketplace for a couple of days, I found this, an Audi A1. So the car is out of my budget, but I believe I can bargain the price down. So I used Motorway to gauge what I should offer for the car. So I set him an offer of £2,000 and he accepted it. I then did a HPI check to make sure that the car wasn't written off. And the checks came back all clean. Now en route to see the car that I just messaged about on Facebook Marketplace. Fingers crossed it's all good. So I had a 30-minute drive to Thornbury in Bristol to see the car. When I arrived, the car wasn't in the condition I expected.
I didn't really see that scratch, you know.
So on the photos of the listing, you definitely couldn't see that scratch. But I guess it gives me more of a chance to bargain the price down. So the first thing I did was check that the engine was cold, as I want to see how the car behaves on cold start.
How come you're selling it then?
It's part of the seizure out of the building, so she can't drive anymore. So we don't have two cars.
So after checking that the engine's cold and the fluids are up to level, let's start the car. Things are looking good so far. The car started up bang on, no issues. But then we were on a test drive and I started to notice something.
He's had it 3 years. She did the camo when she got it.
Has it got invoice for the camo? Or
if you look closely in the rear view mirror, you can see that the car is smoking.
It's smoking quite a bit out the back, innit? Quite a bit of white smoke if you look in the mirror.
The only thing that might be is because I washed the car yesterday, I sprayed the foam on it.
So at this point in the test drive, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to buy this car or not. But I was monitoring the smoke and it was going away.
Yeah, it's not smoking now.
And then he said this, which explains why the car was smoking a little bit.
It hasn't been used in properly for a month or two now as well,
okay. So the car hasn't been used in a while, which explains why there was a little bit of smoke at the start, but now the smoke is clear.
Oh yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah. With the price, because I don't really see the scratch on the picture. I don't know if you could do a little bit better on the price, really.
Well, you put it up for 2.5. Your one's in mint condition, about 2.7 to 3, which is why we knocked it down a bit.
Would you take 1,850?
To be fair, probably 2's about, I'd say, the right sort of price for it.
If you take 1,900, I'll take it now, mate.
Yeah, I'll double check.
Yeah, that's fine.
So they accepted my offer of £1,900 and I bought the car. Not a bad first purchase, guys. We're one step closer to that G80 M3. So the car's got no petrol. Let's fill it up with £10 to get us back home. Will I actually make it home in this car? I mean, so good so far, but I haven't got the car up to temperature, to be fair. The last one sold within less than 24 hours of putting it up for sale. I thought, you know what best to start the series off? Buying another Audi A1. Right, so guys, I've messed up on one thing. With a message, we're chatting, and obviously the guy says the car's got service history. Obviously, after I've sent the money now and agreed on £1,900, I ask, oh, let me see the service history. You never guess what, mate? Ain't no service history. But I can't really go back on the deal after that, mate. I've already sent him the money. And just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, when I got home, I checked the car out and I found this. How did I miss this? I've just been done in. I've just noticed something else. Look at this here. This was like something from like tree or something. Why would the paint do that? It must be a bit of filler. What have I done? You guys may want to subscribe to see if I actually sell this car or not. Now I'm going to try to make the cracks look better with some touch-up paint. So I'm trying something different. I've never done this before. I'm using masking tape to see if I can get a better finish. And now I'm just applying some touch-up paint. And now let's remove the tape to see if my experiment worked or not. And to be fair, it actually takes the eye off the scratch. I've figured out a new technique that works, so watch what I'm doing now. So I'm putting some touch-up paint on the tip of the microfiber cloth. Then I fill in the scratch using the paint on the microfiber cloth. And then I wipe away any excess paint on the bodywork. And this is how it's turned out, not too bad. And from a distance, you don't really notice that it's even there. Obviously, this scratch here, I'm gonna have to sort that out, I'm not gonna lie. Look at that, this will come out. So I used a little bit of fingernail polish remover to try and remove this scratch. And this is how it turned out. The little faint scratch that was here is now gone. But obviously I've got to tackle this now. So I use some more touch-up paint and a little paintbrush. From a distance, that does not look too bad. It's literally blended in now. It kind of takes the eye off it, which is obviously the main thing to do. It's now the next day. It's not good news. I went to drive the car and the steering felt really heavy. I got out and checked the tyre and this is what I've seen. A flat tyre and there's a nail in the goddamn tyre. For God's sake, like literally, I swear I have no luck with this car, so. Let's jack this car up, get the wheel off and see if we'll get this tyre repaired. So So as you can see, a nail's gone into the tyre. Let's get the wheel in the car and take it to a tyre shop, and fingers crossed they can repair this.
I've just arrived at the tyre shop, Able Fit. Let's get this tyre out and see how much they're going to charge me to repair it.
So I took the tyre inside, and this was the greeting that I got.
No, take that out of me.
How much you charge to repair it?
Yeah, take it out. 26.95.
How long's the wait?
45-minute wait.
It's not really the welcome I want to go into a tyre shop. You know what I'm saying? Take that out of here, mate. Which I understand, innit? End of the day, I'm still another customer. So I'm going to another place.
So I went to another shop that I know has better customer service. Drop a comment down below, was I wrong?
This tyre, nail's gone in it. How much will you charge to repair it? Or is this repairable, this one?
Yeah. Let's put the wheel back on the car, and now we can finally sort out the next issue. But before I do that, I have to make sure that the wheels are tight. And the last thing, the center caps. The next issue that I need to sort out is these filthy seats. Have a look at the state of them.
Look at this seat. I've never seen a seat that bad. Looks like I'm gonna have to whack out the wetback on this one.
Let's get started transforming these seats.
So the rear seats are now complete, and this is the transformation. Have a look at it. That looks so much better now, I'll tell you that. That literally looks brand new now, so that should make it a little bit easier to sell the cars now.
And now it's time to tackle the front seats, starting off with the driver's side.
Right, the driver's seat's now done. Now it's time to do the last seat. So this is how the driver's seat turned out, and it looks pretty good. And this is the passenger seat, and as you can see, look at all that dirt there. The interior is now complete, and this is how the seats have turned out. Look how much better they look. Look at that.
So the next step is to apply some tyre shine to the car so it can look good in the photos. With the tyre shine now applied, it's now time to take photographs of the car. I've added nice and clear photographs to help the car stand out against the rest. I've also included photos of any marks or scratches. I've also listed the car for sale on Gumtree, and recently I've made more sales from Gumtree than Facebook Marketplace. Since posting the car for sale, I've only had 3 messages. And one of them came to see the car. I let him check everything he needed to before we go on a test drive.
Well, the leather steering wheel as well. Feels premium, doesn't it? I would definitely think leaning more towards the diesel than the petrol.
Yeah.
But I'll probably give you a message later on after I've driven the petrol.
Yeah, that's fine.
What you got is that B5.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's the only one I got. It's the only downside to it.
Yeah. That was real smooth.
Obviously, I thought the same when I bought it. Like, the only downside is just the paperwork.
Yeah. When did you buy it?
Not even long ago. Probably like 2 days ago or something. Yeah, literally. I've been using it since then, though.
You have been?
Yeah. And I've just had no issue. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go and see this other one. And I'll mess you later.
Yeah, that's fine, no problem. Obviously, I could probably go a bit lower on the price. Because obviously it's not the perfect car, is it? Do you know what I mean? So, drives solid, but bodywork isn't perfect.
Yeah, no, there's a few.
So, yeah. Nice meeting you, man.
Nice to meet you, dude.
In a bit,
See you
man.
soon.
So I've just had the first viewing on the Audi A1. The guy's now gone, and do I think he's going to buy it? Probably not, because, I don't know, he's got a petrol one to see, so that one's probably cleaner than the one that I'm selling, so he's probably not going to buy this one anyway. But I think he just said he wanted to see how the diesel one drove versus the petrol one, so yeah, I'm not really sure if it's going to sell to him or not, but there's other people that also want to see it as well, so keep tuned for the next video to see if the car actually sells.